Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're well, and thank you again for giving me your time. I'm very, very grateful for that. I do not take that for granted, and I guarantee you I'm going to give you an incredible return on your investment of your time today. We're going to be going through manipulation. How do you never be manipulated again? What is manipulation? How to identify it, and then how to make sure that you never get manipulated again for the rest of your life, or just improve the probability of never letting that happen again. So before we get started, if I can ask a massive favor, if you could like the video, be amazing. Just helps with the algorithm, helps me help more people, reach more people. Leave a comment down below, any thoughts, any takeaways, or any questions. I do get back to every single comment that you put down below. So thank you so much for doing that, and let's rip straight into the video. So the first line that I want to start with for this video: whatever you need in life will control you. Just listen to that again. Whatever you need in life will control you. So what does that mean? Whatever you're needy of, you will be at its power because you need or are needy of what it is that it has to give you, or that you want from it, or that you need from it. So if you need money, you're needy for money, then you will be manipulated by the people that you perceive holds the key to that money. If you're needy of love, you will be manipulated by the people that you believe holds the power for you to get love. So what am I getting at? Is you want to get to a point where you can detach. Detachment is such a profound and beautiful place to live in life. It's essentially getting very clear on what are the things that you truly want in life. What inspires you? What do you truly want to have in your life? And being totally okay if you never get them. And if you can just do that right now with me on this video right now and on this podcast with me right now, is think about what is it that you truly want? What's the biggest goal that you want? Is it the relationship? Is it the money? Is it the health? Is it the experiences? Is it the car? What is it? And then just mentally picture that you can never have it and be okay with it. Become okay with it. Because when you become detached and you're not needy of whatever it is, the person, the love, the money, whatever it may be, then you're totally willing to walk away. And if you look at manipulation, if you do not have those things I just mentioned, if you don't have that ability of not being needy, not being attached, and you hold the ability to walk away from that situation, then you cannot be controlled. You cannot be manipulated. So what I want to encourage you right now is to think about, where are you getting manipulated, or where have you? I'm sure we all have in some point in our life. And what was stopping you from walking away? What were you needy of from this person, from this organization, from this business, from this opportunity, from this relationship? What was it that you were needy of? Was it love? Was it money? Was it attention? What was it that you were needy of? And I then want you to get clear on, what is it that you have in that vision for yours? What's the vision that you have for your future in the area that we're talking about, whether it's love or passion or money or whatever it may be? But then feel into never actually needing it, never actually getting it. And when you can sit in that space, there's a beautiful quote, I believe it's from Peter Crone again, is the most powerful place to be is being so clear on what it is that you want, but being totally okay never getting it. And when you can just feel that, guys, and feel into that, you have so much power about you. You have an energy about you. You have an aura about you, because you're not attached to anyone. You're okay walking away. Because let me, in this, obviously trigger warning for anyone that's been in toxic relationships, bad situations, who's been very manipulated in a very hurtful way. But a big reason why you were manipulated is because you didn't walk away. What if, as soon as you felt or saw or experienced the smallest red flag there was, you put your foot down and said or enforced a boundary that, if that ever happens again, I will leave you? What if that was your attitude? Would it have gotten to the point that it got to, that you experienced manipulation to the level that you did? And this comes back to another video or another topic to talk about, that you get in life what you tolerate. And I know a lot of people can get triggered from that, and that your ego can show up and say, well, fuck you, you don't understand, you don't get it, blah, 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 blah. I understand that. My ego used to be out of control as well. But when you can actually hear what I just said and take ownership of what I just said, that you get in life what you tolerate. If you tolerate, like simplistically, let's say 10 out of 10 is the worst form of manipulation ever. You're getting taken advantage of, you're getting abused, you've been really like, it's the worst, picture the worst form of manipulation you could ever have. What if you never tolerated anything more than a 2? You'd never get a 10. But most people allow it. Most people do, because they're needy of what that person can give them. They're scared that they'll be single forever and they'll never get love and they'll never be accepted and they'll never have a partner and they'll never have a family, whatever it may be, if this person leaves them. But that's just out of insecurity, right? And I would really encourage you to live a life based on inspiration, not desperation. So where to from there? That's where we take a little look underneath the hood and we do the inner healing work. Because if you look underneath, okay, well, why am I being so needy? Why am I so attached to this person? Why am I tolerating this fucking poor behavior? If you look underneath, you're going to find some wounds you haven't healed through. You'll find the inner work that most people avoid. This is why I'm so passionate about doing the inner work. So I'm so passionate about healing and letting go of the past. Because if you've got wounds, let's use an example. So say you're growing up and you have a lot of pain around relationships. Maybe you saw your mum and dad or whatever parent figures that you had, or maybe you didn't even have them. And you just had a lot of pain around it. Maybe they were abusive, they were cheating, they were unfaithful to each other. And you just had a lot of pain around relationships in whatever shape or form that looked like. And that becomes a wound of yours. Then that wound, because it's not healed, you're going to be very defensive. You're going to be very protective and therefore very needy of having the right person and being attached to it because you're scared you might not get it. And those wounds and triggers manifest in your life. And not just relationships. This happens in business. This happens whatever. Like if you had a lot of pain around money, maybe you didn't understand money growing up, or maybe your family had a lot of pain around money. Then say you get a job, you may be needy of that income. You might be needy of that paycheck. And depending on where you're at with your entrepreneurial financial journey, most people start there because we don't understand money. We don't get taught money in the education system. Again, that's a topic for another day. But if you've got wounds around finances and you get triggered whenever someone talks about money and you get really tense and uptight and you don't regularly speak about finances, how much do you earn per week? What are your expenses? What's your investment plan? How are you increasing your income? Then you're probably going to be needy and attached to whoever you perceive holds the key to money. And now hopefully you can see where this is all tying into each other. So I guess what I want to recommend that you guys do for now is, one, always do the inner work. Always look within. Life is a mirror. I use this quote all the time. Life will present you with people and circumstances to reveal where you are not free and you have not healed. So if you're getting triggered in a relationship from the lack of love or someone abandoning you, someone doing XYZ, it's showing you that there's a wound there, which ties into your neediness and your attachment that you have towards that person or that relationship, which therefore will lead you to be able to which will lead you to have a higher probability of being manipulated. Because let's fast forward. You do the inner work. You heal through your shit. You work on yourself. You're fully whole. And just, again, feel and picture what that would be like. You're not needy. You totally love who you are for who you are. You are whole as an individual. And so you get into a relationship and you're clear on your boundaries. You're clear on your expectations. You're totally okay walking away from this situation, then whenever a red flag or whenever something concerning shows up, like a 1 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10 in terms of manipulation, you squash that shit straight away. You never let the snowball get as big as a 10 out of 10 because you're not attached to that person. This can sound really harsh what I'm about to say, but I'm not attached to the relationship that I have. I love my partner. She fulfills me. I love doing life with her. She inspires me to be a better man and to work on myself. But at the same time, I'm not attached to her in terms of my life is revolved around her and I couldn't live my life without her. Because if I was at that area, if I was to that level, then I would allow poor behavior in my relationship and vice versa. If she wasn't totally okay not being with me, if we weren't the right fit for each other, then she would allow me to manipulate her. She would allow me to treat her poorly. She would allow me to do shit that she actually doesn't want me to do. This is why the inner work, working on yourself, healing through your shit, being detached from whatever it is that you're attached to is so fucking powerful to never be manipulated again. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. It's a shorter podcast. I hope you got value from that. My recommendation, invitation to you, start doing the inner work. Get clear on the things that you're getting manipulated around, what you're attached to. Learn to visually let go of it and be okay never having it. So then you're okay walking away. Because when you have that power and presence and the ability to walk away, then you won't get manipulated anymore. Because the only reason you get manipulated is that you're staying. Just walk away, leave. don't let it happen again. Don't allow that behavior, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's with your family. If I was to get treated poorly in my family relationships, I'd walk away. I'm not attached to them. I love them. I'm there for them. And again, just don't take being detached to not loving someone. That they are very, very separate things. You can love someone and not be attached to them. So I hope that invitation, you take it. I hope you take that invitation to do the inner work, to look within, to heal through your trauma, heal through your wounds, heal through the shit that you haven't let go of. I invite you to get clear on the life that you want, the vision that you want, which comes from your values, your purpose, your mission, your vision. But I then invite you to be detached from it. Don't be so needy of it. Be okay never actually getting it. Because at that space, in that place, you will not get taken advantage of. You will not be manipulated because you're okay to walk away from that person, that situation, or whatever's happening. I hope you got value from this. If you are ready to work on yourself and you're ready to invest into yourself and you feel aligned with me, you vibe with me, you like what I'm saying, you like the way I'm communicating, and you connect with my energy, and you feel aligned to work with me, I'd love to invite you to a free strategy call with me where we connect and we identify what's stopping you from growing in life, and we map out a plan to do that. It's absolutely free. It's for 30 minutes. It's with me personally on a Zoom call. The link is down below in the description. I'd love to connect with you. Much love, guys. I thank you for watching this. If you haven't already liked the video, please comment down below, share it with a friend. I'm not attached if you don't. I'm not going to be upset if you don't. But I would be inspired if you did, because it allows me to help more people and impact more people. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video.